to set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
AKAPAD. We're all systems go. We're jumping right into this, and yes, I'm aware this is Running Man Day. So earlier today, we spoke about the Running Man remake, the film that truly tried to hit it swung for that home run. I've seen it twice. I just get a little antsy talking about it because there was so much almost there with that movie. Glenn Powell, like that was supposed to be his movie. Like with that, yeah, around the time that I'm like rewatching Running Man 2025, I just go into the one I know, 1987, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I get into that movie, and I know it so well. I know the beats so well. I know the beginning. But a couple more things click with this movie, which is my connection with the Schwarzenegger character in this movie, where he's not a perfect guy, because he's an enemy like within the state, and he's done horrific things, and the movie opens with him trying to do a good thing. Maybe like this is the one day this military pilot is trying to do the good thing. So he dodges orders, basically gets arrested in flight because he's got to follow orders, and gets thrown into jail and escapes, joins a revolution, gets captured, becomes a running man. And his journey just to get captured is almost a film of itself. The first act to get him on stage is triumphant. It's streamlined storytelling, and Schwarzenegger is likable just enough. It's such a wonderful feat because his character, he's a lot like, in my view, Tom Cruise in War of the Worlds. But Tom Cruise is kind of never likable up until the craziness happens. Like you kind of don't like Tom Cruise in that movie because he's somewhat of a deadbeat dad or deadbeat stepdad or dad, right? But Schwarzenegger, right? Like Schwarzenegger in this movie does something Tom Cruise can't. And then we get this dystopian corporate future, which is akin to Rollerblade, it's akin to Blade Runner, it's akin to Escape from New York, and we get shades of all of this. And we get this prison escape sequence that just looks like it's shot out of a rock quarry in downtown LA. And it just works. It's there. And all the rules are set. And then once we get into the game, we now have we have the revolutionaries, and we know their mission, and we know what they stand for and what they're up against, and it just works. You root for them one by one, and then we get the best part of this movie: the wild hunters, these big bosses that are just trying to hunt down the Running Man in this giant arena and kill him. And Schwarzenegger turns the tables. He goes Predator on these guys, and it's so much fun. It's so much fun when they fight. It's so much fun when we see the gimmicks, the opera guy with the electricity, fireball, the flamethrower. Then we get this Jesse Ventura moment at the end, and then we roll in this deep fake stuff that they use to do, which we see in the remake. But here you're like pissed at the people that deep fake Schwarzenegger's character, because you're at this point you're just rooting for Schwarzenegger to break the ice, and then he kills everyone. He kills the guy running the show. He kills him on live TV. The hack happens. Everything at the end of Scanners, right, or everything at the end of They Live, they hack it. Everything that we see in V, the TV series, the miniseries, or like both miniseries, right? Like we get this like revolution that happens in front of our eyes, and it's post-apocalyptic, low budget, B movie, a guy that can't speak English, like all of these elements. It's not supposed to work, and it just harmonizes. Watching the remake refocused me on the original. And the other movie that did that was the Total Recall, the Colin Farrell remake, that effectively is, like we can call that something different. It doesn't have to be called Total Recall. Good sci-fi movie, nothing close to the Schwarzenegger one. And the Schwarzenegger of both of these movies is so magnifying. It's just unstoppable. But then with this Running Man, the 2025 one, we can almost make the same argument. It's so funny to me how much the two of these are duplicates. The attempts and the executions, and just even a little bit of the look of the films, where there are these corner to corner, something is moving, insanely rendered high-tech futures, and they're just busy looking futures. You can call the Running Man remake something else, and you got yourself a banger movie. You call it this, and then you're just not going to take down. And now we look at, they tried to remake Conan with Jason Momoa, they failed. They, in my view, tried to remake Terminator 1 and 2, but to me, Terminator 2 is a remake of the first one, but they tried to continue that, right? And it just stumble, with and without Schwarzenegger. Predator, they tried it. Like they keep trying to, and they kind of have to go like off planet and into wacky ideas to maybe like just do something a Predator. And there is something now to this Running Man, Conan the Barbarian, Total Recall, Predator, Terminator 1 and 2. There's something there that cannot be replicated, and as time goes on, these movies become more solidified, more concrete. The clay is hardening on these movies, and they're just not, they're impenetrable. You cannot get close to them. A.K.A. Powers, a little bit of a rant. Running Man, 1987. It's a science fiction masterpiece. It really is.
Okay, that's a wrap.